up, everybody? Welcome to week 22 here on the 52 Horrific Weeks of 1988 series. I'm your host, Mood616, and thank you once again for stopping in. Alrighty, guys, week 22 is here, so that means the remaining films went into the randomizer. Hit that random button, and we've got The Nest, and courtesy of Scream Factory. So fucking awesome. This is a film that I never expected to see on Blu-ray. But lo and behold, Scream Factory put it out and gave it the treatment that it deserves, which is totally fucking awesome. Very cool Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Awesome shit. Alrighty, so getting into the plot of this one, it centers around your main character, Sheriff Tarbell. He's the sheriff in this little small fishing town in New England. Basically, what happens at the beginning of the film, he's noticing that there's these cockroaches fucking everywhere, and ultimately this dog just totally gets annihilated by these things, so of course he has to go and investigate that and stuff. He calls in this entomologist. I can never say the fucking word properly. But the person that studies insects. But anyways, he actually has a love interest in this film. Her name is Elizabeth, and basically her dad is kind of mixed up in this. Her father, what they were doing with these, they were conducting these like scientific experiments, these biological experiments on these cockroaches, and basically what happens is it's gone completely wrong. They just created something that they weren't expecting, and now these cockroaches have gotten loose, and now they're basically out there hunting for blood. They're just eating everything they possibly can, and what they're doing is they're actually like kind of creating themselves into even a stronger breed every time they eat something and whatnot, and ultimately they can actually start to whatever they eat they actually kind of turn into and stuff. So pretty interesting premise, and basically it's just it's a fight against these things, and they've got to stop this onslaught of cockroaches now. So that's basically the overall synopsis of the film. Now, my thoughts on this one. I've always thought this film was fantastic. It's got a very simple premise to it. It's kind of one of those premises that's been done a lot. Scientific experiments and stuff that just go horribly wrong. Where they accidentally create something that's way too strong, and and then it just starts fucking killing people and killing animals and killing everything around it. I really like the idea, though. It's so basic, and it just kind of works for this. It's such a fun movie. It has such a great '80s vibe to it. I really like the sheriff in this film, man. He's kind of badass and stuff, and he's always on that hunt, to solve the shit. I really like his character, man. Actually, ultimately, most of the characters in the film are kind of cool. Speaking of funny characters, there's actually like an exterminator in this film. His name totally escapes me right now. Homer, I think, is his name, but he's one of the funniest characters, man. There's this hilarious part in this film where, he's kind of freaking out, and he's just found out that his like grandpa or whatever just been totally slaughtered by these cockroaches and stuff. So he goes back to his den or whatever, and he's mixing up this this contraption to fucking kill these roaches and stuff. Anyways, he ultimately dumps like all this basically fuel all over the ground, and he's smoking, turns around, fucking throws a butt back into his house as he's walking out the door, and of course it explodes in his face. I just thought that was one of the most awkward and weirdest moments in any film I've ever seen. Like, why would you throw your cigarette butt back into your house if you're walking out your door? I just thought that was one of the quirkiest moments I've seen in a film in such a long time. I've seen this film many times, and that part always kind of gets me, but overall this film's really, really, it's enjoyable. It's got really cool effects. I love the fact that they use real roaches. I think they fucking use like millions of roaches in this film. It's pretty cool. But the effects are really cool too. I like the animatronics that they did with like the cat and some other things towards the end of the film and stuff. I thought the effects were really kind of cool. Especially the last death in the film. I think that's very well done. But yeah, it's a film that it just has that old school feel to it. They use real roaches, and it's got real practical effects. It's a fun film, man. I highly recommend this if you're into like insects and bug films and shit like that. This is a really good one. It's a really fun one. Ultimately, there's not really a whole lot to say about it. It's a very simple premise. The ontologist, I think I'm saying that right now, the ontologist, in this film that he originally calls in to investigate this this dog that gets killed and stuff. You know, she's ultimately kind of the bad person because she's actually kind of interested in what's actually really happening with these cockroaches. Like, she kind of wants them to succeed because it kind of proves that, you know, that she actually accomplished something and stuff. But you really don't like her character in this film, man. She's kind of a bitch. So, kind of interesting, but I don't know. Overall, very, very fucking cool film. I highly recommend this, man. I'm a really big fan of these kind of buggy insects films and stuff. And I will say, man, the transfer on this looks fucking awesome. I remember watching this film back in the day on VHS, and I remember it looking so trashy. I mean, it could have been the copy I was watching too, but they've done a really good job cleaning this film up. So if you don't have this by Scream Factory, go out and check this out, or pick this up. It's a fantastic, fun 80s film, so you can't go wrong with it. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much all I can say about this. If I had to rate this one, I think I'd probably give it about maybe 7.5. You know, very simple film, but very enjoyable, and that's really what it all comes down to. You know, it doesn't have to be a crazy premise, but, you know, simple but fun fucking movie, man. Highly recommend it. It's great stuff. And yeah, that's going to do it for week 22 here, so I'll be back next week, week 23. Of course, I do not know what the film is going to be, as this whole series is random, right? But yeah, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next week, and thank you for watching and commenting and stuff. It's awesome. Peace out, guys.